Even though San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy doesn't have elite measurables or arm strength, he was able to come in as a rookie and win every game that he started where he didn't get hurt. Now, he is constantly questioned about his size and his arm strength, and he has somehow found a way to find success regardless of those things. I mean, even if you look at where he was drafted at Mr. Irrelevant, a lot of that had to do with the measurables. But listen to what Brock Purdy had to say when he is constantly critiqued and criticized about his size and his arm strength right here.
You come to San Francisco, it's Joe Montana, it's Steve Young.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that when they called your name, and did you take a moment to think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the moment it was like, man, my family and I were so excited. Like, I got to see my name on the screen, I got drafted. And then after everything sort of settled in, it's like, man, the first day you come walking in the locker room and you see all the Super Bowl trophies. You see Joe Montana on the wall, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, and it's like, wow, like the history here is rich,
Yeah.
and to be here is just an honor, and to be able to wear the Niner logo, it's on another level. So very thankful for it. Yeah.
You sound like you took the Mr. Irrelevant stuff in your stride and maybe have a thick skin, I don't know, but there's always those people talking about your game, aren't there? Scouting reports. Well, he can do this, but he can't do that. He can do this, but he can't do that. Are you good at shutting that sort of stuff out as well? In the same way in high school you don't take all the praise. Are you good at kind of shutting down the negativity as well?
Yeah, 100%. I don't, try to get wrapped up in this world of being an NFL player and, being a starting quarterback, this and that. It's, for me, it's like, man, I'm human. I mess up. I live life just like any other person on this earth. And so I don't like to think I'm better than this person or that person. It's just what God has me doing for a job. I'm very thankful for it. And at the end of the day, I just want to go out and play football, and I want to win. If it may not be the stereotypical 6'6" quarterback who's throwing a deep ball and doing all this crazy stuff, but I find ways to win, and I like to think that I help everyone around me get better. So,
what was it like when you stepped into the huddle against the Miami Dolphins? Suddenly you're playing, and you're not starting, but you're playing. You're the guy in an NFL game for the first time. And wasn't that your team you supported as a boy?
Yeah. Growing up, I was a Miami Dolphins fan. My dad's from Florida. I wear number 13 because of Dan Marino, actually, in the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And so just, that being my first real game in terms of, trying to win and everything, it was special to me. But going in there, I just wanted to obviously show everyone around me that, hey, we're going to be just fine. I can go in, compete, and run the plays that coach is calling, put up points on the board, and win. So, that's where I was at with that.
I've been evaluating football players for a long time now, and there's always a distinct difference in how you evaluate quarterbacks, even more so than other positions. Now, you're always trying to find the other aspects that make a player who they are. Obviously, understanding measurables, how fast they are, how strong they are, is always going to be important. But I would argue that the most important thing when doing an evaluation is trying to understand who the person is and the intangibles that they bring to the table. And no position is greater valued in that regard than the quarterback position. And what you're seeing with Brock Purdy is a guy who has elite intangible traits as leadership, as confidence, all this type of stuff, good processor, all these things are the reason why he's able to overcompensate for not being as tall as maybe a prototypical quarterback, or maybe not having as strong as an arm as a prototypical quarterback. He is proving to you why the intangible aspects matter, especially at the quarterback position. You can look at Sam Darnold, for example. One of the reasons why Sam Darnold maybe hasn't found success just yet in the NFL is he is one of the most talented throwers of the football in the league right now. His problem has always been with processing and putting the ball in harm's way. That is an intangible aspect of his game that hasn't been strong dating back to his college days. So with Brock, he's proving the entire theory behind how to evaluate quarterbacks. Yes, in a perfect world, you have elite measurables and you have elite intangibles, but you are being able to see, as long as you can get the ball out with enough velocity, enough zip, you can throw with anticipation, you can do all these different types of things, you can overcome maybe the perceived lack of arm strength, and you can find success. And he is in the perfect system that allows him to use his attributes to the best of his ability, and he fits into a high processing role as the quarterback in a Kyle Shanahan scheme. So, Brock Purdy, I think he's going to be all right. Obviously, we got to see how he comes back from the UCL injury. It's a little bump in the road, but so far looks like he's going to be okay. But again, moving forward, he's going to continue to be criticized about this, and it is going to be interesting to see how he eventually overcomes all these critiques and conversations about his lack of size and his lack of arm strength. And if he can continue to win, pretty soon, no one's going to have anything else to say. But as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.